Hi everyone, welcome back to the Potsmarkers Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmarkers Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel, which became the book of Zion. In order to publish it, I had to write the Potsmarkers Bible as a commentary. And in order to finalize my fulfillment of prophecy, I had to publish peace, which is to say that I published the Potsmakers Bible containing the Book of Zion and the Prophecy of Israel on YouTube at Potsmakers Bible, all in lowercase, in case you want to look it up. And now I'm republishing it for social media so that I can find, so that the audience can find me, so to speak. And today I'm dealing with the 20th chapter of the Potsmakers Bible, which contains the 17th chapter of the Book of Zion. And this, yesterday, or last time, I was talking about the entry form for citizenship to Zion, which is your entry form to your guild choice. And this form is everybody who goes camping will have to fill out this form because it will be the means by which we organize ourselves. And I am going to take up where I left off with the first question on the. Okay, the form gives us vital information. 1. Consensus. Who is in the current household? All family ties. This includes all baby daddies and baby mamas. All family groups. First generation. Mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, aunts and uncles. Second, familial ties. These are your closest friends. Hopefully, these will generally be local friends and coworkers. The plan is to relocate communities in Zion so that people will be able to choose their neighbors and remain as close as possible to both family and friends. The final placing of people in Zion will be complicated by the parentage of the fatherless and the work availability of the guilds. I feel very strongly that our children have more rights than we adults do. Children need both parents. Final placement will have to be determined by the child's right to be close to both parents. We must also use common sense to ensure that the guild's needs are also considered with placements. Now, the third requirement why we have to fill out this form is for skills, talents, interests, experiences. Our work history would tell us very little about the true abilities of our people. So this section will involve much more than just your work history. You'll have your work experience, the jobs. Um, we get our jobs based on social constrictions in this society, but in Zion, we're creating something new. So, what we want to do matters. Our guild placement comes from this information. What talents we have, what abilities we have, as well as what experiences we have. Skills, that's what we know how to do. Talents, that's what we naturally are good at. Interests are things that we choose to do if we had the chance to do them. Experience is actual work history, what we've done in the past. This information will help the guilds to choose candidates for their halls. Since most of the new population will have had manual labor jobs like food service or manufacturing, their prior work experience will mean very little um, to the information provided that will help the government decide what job the person will take in Zion. Once a person is placed in a guild, their job is secured. The guild will train its members in their duties, assign jobs to qualified workers who help decide their own placement. For the rest of their lives, they'll work for their local people, providing for the needs of their friends and loved ones through the guilds. Each guild member will be able to advance as far as they want to or have the talent to within their set guild. Like in Pern, the guilds will have levels. The members will have equal opportunity to advance within their chosen guild. The guilds have a council of elders, like the Council of Elders, which are led by the master of the guild, who is elected by a vote of the guild halls. Each member casts their vote for the master's post. Only eligible elders may enter this election. All council elders are selected from the guild elders' halls, and they all have to go through a series of tests to qualify. These guild hall elders are selected from all qualifying local members, 50 years or older, having been granted a master's status. A master is someone 50 years or older who has been certified as a journeyman in all of the guild departments for their said guild. The elected members runs the halls, and this is part of the council of elders for the guild. Now, at the age of 50, we will end our active service within the guild. We retire, so to speak, from physical labor. Now, this gives us a life after the guild. People can enjoy themselves while they're still young enough to do it without the burden of the workload. So everyone on their 50th birthday can choose to retire if they want to, or they can join another guild to learn something new, or they can take a test to see if they're eligible to either teach within their guilds or to serve in the government. Now, the guilds will be government departments. Each guild will provide for the population's needs in its designated field. There will be a guild for every basic need of the nation. The number of guilds will be determined by the need. We will begin with the basics and expand as needed. Each guild would have a government seat on the Council of Elders, and the council will only meet in full when circumstances dictate it. The chairman will work together as needed from day-to-day operations. The guilds will work together as needed to operate their separate guilds, so that the government's function is to run the country, not the government. The guilds will be connected through the council, but will be autonomous in their day-to-day operations, so that the government works like a business. The guilds will work together with the guilds that are connected to them, but they may not work with unrelated guilds unless the council is called in session. When we set up the guild seats, we will designate the obvious major guilds, their seats, and we will expand from there. Not every guild will have a seat, but all will be attached to a seat within the government. The guilds will be as follows. There will be the Children's Guild. In Zion, children have rights that surpasses all others. The Children's Guild guards the children's welfare. This includes their daycare, nanny, and a nanny advocate, parental rights, visitation with estranged parents, child welfare, lawyers, CASA workers, types of people to speak in the government capacity for the children. Because of the dire state of the family, my children must be given first priority. And the Children's Guild will be created to address the needs of the children. Our first concern is to provide for the safety and the emotional welfare of the young. In Zion, no child will ever be taken from their parents. Instead, a nanny will be installed if there is any doubt as to the welfare of the child. It will be considered to be a disgrace to need such a live-in nanny in the future generations. But the current crisis of the family unit requires such drastic measures. The children need both security and a connection to both family ties. In-house nannies will provide safety for the child and help for the parent or parents involved. The Housing Authority will try to place parents as close to their children as possible. Visitation of absent parents will be the law. Children need to have the chance to know that they are safe and who they came from. 2. The second guild will be the Education Guild. This guild will be created to provide an education for basic knowledge and to help prepare children for entry into their children's guilds. The first level guild is a training that will be provided, and the knowledge necessary to enter the guild halls will be taught. This will also provide higher level training within the guilds themselves. Our child care providers will be trained to teach preschool to our youngest citizens. The Gray begin teaching their children from infancy. School starts on day 1, and by the time um, they're 5, they've already graduated from our high school. So our young are very late starters. So we're going to try it the Gray way and see how much more our children can learn. 3 will be infrastructure. This guild provides for and maintains vital resources and the basic needs like plumbing, sewer systems, power generation, transportation, and communications networks. The guild seat will oversee the overall infrastructure of the entire nation. As the government gets organized, this guild will be split into individual guilds like a plumber's guild and a construction guild. But we'll start basic to create our infrastructure. Then we can expand as we organize. 4. Healthcare. This guild will not be anything like the Doctors Guild. No. It will be a hybrid guild of doctors, healers, nutritionists, and exercise gurus. The guild's seats are expansive to cover the overall needs of the population. So to ensure our health, both nutrition and exercise will be attached to the healthcare system. By making food part of the healthcare, we can create a healthier population. We will promote exercise also to build up our bodies. Sports will be part of this seat's domain. Sorry, touch football perhaps only. We can't let our sports kill our athletes. We can't let our so the food service and the sports industries will be part of the healthcare guild. And I'm going to stop there and take up next time with the 5th guild that I foresee us having. So until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Stay happy and high. Find your guild. Know that I love you very, very much. And even if I'm not online anymore, I'm still loving you. So, later. I'll never say goodbye.